Good morning. How are you today? Very good morning to all. I'm happy to be here with you. And I have something that I want to talk about today. This is Brenda Eshin Shoshana back with another little talk on simple solutions in a complex world. Actually, maybe the word solutions is wrong. It gives us the idea that we have a problem. We all live as if life is a problem, not an adventure. Not something wonderful to enjoy, but something to figure out, something to get straight, something to control, something to maneuver. What? That's a difficult way to look at life. Who makes the problem anyway? Why make it into a problem? Why not make it into a wonderful voyage, a journey, time of discovery? What a difference. What a difference. The way we view something changes our whole experience of it. That's really the truth. The way we view something changes our whole experience of it, everything. When we view something with the eyes of curiosity, I'm interested, what is this? What's really going on? When we step out of the role in the drama and step into the audience and we're taking the whole perspective, we're just sitting there and watching the whole play. It's very different. And it's funny, it's sad, it's beautiful, but they're just many moments and they change. They keep changing and changing, changing. The people change. And even within one character in the play, even within one role that we're playing or somebody on stage is playing, the moments change. They change. They're not fixed. I think one of the biggest causes of suffering is that we feel everything is fixed, it's stuck. This is how it is, boom, and it's not going to be different ever. That comes from such a longing, a human longing for security, to know what's happening next, to know who am I, who will I be, what's going to happen. These are very big parts of our nature. This fear, this quest for things to be settled, to be secure, to be known, knowable, even knowable. It's understandable, it's normal, but of course that attitude, that way of approaching life definitely causes a great deal of suffering, a great deal of anger, a great deal of hopelessness. Why are we so hopeless? Because we can't hold on to anything. Things change. They change and change. They're in process, works in process. It's the nature of our life. It's the nature of who we are. And we want to fix it into a very safe, secure, and known and knowable outcome. But the unknown is our home. And the unknown is a sanctuary also. It's a sanctuary, a beautiful sanctuary, a place where things can get born, birth can come to life, can then the unknown is a place of hope, basically, because we're not stuck in a situation, in a relationship, in a moment in time. When I moved and I'm living here now, unpacking, getting things in order slowly, the place I'm in is on a high floor and there's no wall. So I can just see through to the sky and the clouds all the time. It's just glass. And I'm very stunned because I'm actually, for the first time in my life, getting to really know the clouds. That might sound crazy, but it's not. They're beautiful beyond what I ever knew because I'm so vividly with them now. When I see them, sometimes they're gone. And then they suddenly appear with a lot of warmth sometimes. Sometimes they look a little strange. Sometimes they're streaks. Whatever they are, it's a constantly emerging painting, coming and going. But they have energies. Oh, it's very, very beautiful to actually become friends with the clouds. It's a very unexpected and unique experience for me. And I like sharing it because I can see in a very large way how they're really almost they're written in the sky or painted in the sky and then they change. And it's so much the way our life itself is. And so to just to be with that and to observe the complete beauty and unexpected surprises, it's a wonderful experience. I mean, I knew there were clouds. I saw them before, but maybe because of the way the apartment is positioned or the way I'm at this point in my life, who knows? A combination of everything and all the glass around. In fact, the veils between me and the clouds are gone. So I can see them now. Now, this is a wonderful metaphor for life itself, and particularly for our relationships with others, and most importantly, our relationship with ourselves. We're very focused on our relationship with others, very focused. This one said this, I did that. Should I do this? Can I ask for forgiveness? On and on. And that's wonderful. It's important to enter relationships with others and also to realize that our fundamentally first, or not first, we do it simultaneously, but we must also attend to our relationship with ourselves. That's harder, much harder. And it could be scary for many of us. Well, we don't even know who we are, many of us. We don't know what we're doing here. We don't know what we're feeling. Many of us repress the feelings, suppress them. We play roles that are expected and that are good, but we're very identified with the role that we're playing. So when all of that is taken away, like the veils between me and the clouds, let's meet. Let's have a meeting. Let's get to know how we receive ourselves, how because the way we receive others is the way we receive ourselves deep down. You know, in many ways, others are a mirror in which we see ourselves in, that we can see ourselves in. But it's a mirror, the way we are with them, where we're reacting to others deeply, the way we react to ourselves. That's very hard to see for most of us, including me. I include myself in everything here. Instead, we try to get our identity and the meaning and our value from the relationship with someone else. However, we must learn to value ourselves, to know ourselves, to meet ourselves. When we do, and when we can make friends with that, wow, I promise you that your relationship with everyone else will be quite different, very different. First of all, you won't need as much from them. It won't be based on need, it will be based on fun, on sharing, on discovery. Many things, many things. You know, Sartre, who's a great playwright of old and writer, said, to know who we are by looking for it in the eyes of others is hell. That's what he said many years ago. Wow. I was very struck by that remark, and I understand it. You know, as we as we go through the years, we understand these things more and more. If we're looking for validation, for approval, for meaning in the eyes of someone else, the veil is there. They just reflect back to you, your relationship with yourself. So I would offer a wonderful guideline, which is let's take a step back and get to know this one here. Who is this one? How are you looking at the world? What are you wanting from it? What roles are you playing in it? As we see others, ultimately we see ourselves. In Zen, we say, turn the light around. I love that. Which doesn't mean we don't relate fully to the world outside, but take a moment, turn the light around, be the light itself, which you already are, and look, see how deeply you can welcome, acknowledge, and make friends with yourself. Step one, it will permeate everything else you do. Well, I thank you for listening. It's a very has a lot of dimensions, this concept, and a lot of steps. How do we do that? How do we get to know ourselves? That's a whole beautiful process. And I will go into it more and more deeply as we go along. How do we do that? We're so conditioned to look outside ourselves for everything we need and want, to judge ourselves, value ourselves by our achievements or accomplishments, our money, or whatever it is. So we'll go on a little journey and explore that. How do we make friends and know our original selves? And how does that affect everything else around us? Okay, have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Have a beautiful week, and may all be well with you. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.